Hello all, welcome to the another session on computer application for your BBA third semester. So let us have the discussion of the topic regarding your secondary memory and its examples. So let us begin the session. So coming to the secondary memory, your secondary memory is an additional memory which is been attached to your computer or a CPU, and this is an memory which can be used with an additional requirement. So this secondary memory is of three types. So first one is of a magnetic type, second one optical type, and third one is your Blu-ray technology. So coming to the in details categories of your secondary storage. So first we are going to take up your magnetic devices. So magnetic devices are nothing but these are the devices which will be storing the information based upon the magnetism. Okay, so based upon the magnetism we will going to store the information in the form of zeros and ones. Let us see how it is been stored. So in order to go with the magnetic storage, so here we will going to convert your electrical energy into your magnetic charges. Okay, so that is a basic principle. So we are going to convert your electrical energy into your magnetic charges. So these charges, okay, will be captured by the media. So there will be a magnetic media, so which will going to capture your magnetic charges. Based upon the charging of your magnetic media, so I can able to represent the information as a either 0 or 1. If the if it is a element is magnetized, then that indicates storage of 1 bit of information. If there is a non-magnetism, okay, then that indicates a 0 bit of information. So later on, okay, so regenerates an electrical current, okay, from stored magnetic charges, and we can able to extract the information. So usually the polarity of magnetic charge, okay, charge represents a bit. So that is I told you. So once the magnetic material is been imposed, okay, so our magnetic charges has been implemented or stored on a media, so then it indicates bit 1. If it is not stored, then it indicates an bit 0. So this is how we can able to use your magnetic media. So coming to the magnetic medium, so the magnetic media can be of a flat or a circular pattern with a metallic coating. So in this case, so there will be a read bar right head, where your read bar right head will going to induce an magnetic charges on the media. So usually these particular random access devices, okay, will going to move the head based upon the location. So suppose if you want to store at a 100th location, so your read write head will going to move to the 100th location, and in the 100th row you can able to store the information. So this technology has been used in the hard disk and also the floppy disk, and the cost performance, okay, leader for general purpose. It is also cost effective compared to the other compared to the other storage devices. So the magnetic devices, as I told you, if I take up your floppy disk, we can able to store maximum of 1 MB, okay, that is a megabyte. And coming to the hard disk, so we have your hard disk range from 80 to 500 gigabytes. So nowadays we have your hard disk in terms of terabytes. We have your 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, okay. So like that, based upon the development and based upon the system configuration, we can have your hard disk size also. So next, coming to the floppy disk. So your floppy disk, you can able to observe here, it is a small coated circular material, okay. So where it will be having a magnetic material, you can able to observe the black circular disk, okay. So it is a magnetizing material, so which has been coated with an magnetic which has been coated with a magnetic material. And whenever if you use your read write head, okay, so using a read write head, I can able to make an impression of magnetism on the disk, okay. So, if it is impressed, then it will be equal to storing a 1 bit of information. If non-magnetic, it is equal to 0 bit of information. Okay. So, this is your floppy disk, which is been having a plastic shielding, okay, sorry, plastic coating, and inside this plastic cover will be having a magnetic circular disk, and this will be used in your system's floppy drive. So, using the floppy drive, I can able to store the information of any file or information of any image like that. Okay. So, it is having a smaller memory capacity. It is having a smaller memory capacity. Next, we will go with your hard disk. So, in case of your hard disk, again, so this will going to have your like this. Here you can able to observe. So, this is your hard disk, which will be inserted in your CPU. Okay. There will be a cabinet. So, in the cabinet you can able to place your hard disk. So, this hard disk will going to consist of one or a more ridge material plates. It will going to have the ridge material plates, which has been coated with the metal oxide, and this metal oxide coating will going to help you to hold the magnetic charges. Okay. So, these magnetic charges will going to hold the information. So, coming to the spinning rate, so usually we will going to have the 5400 to 7200 revolutions per minute. Okay. So, that is the rotation of your disk. And coming to the storage, so in case of your storage, usually your hard disk, okay, will be having a different storage capacity. So, based upon the requirement, you can make use of your hard disk size. So, nowadays, so we are using in terms of terabytes. So, terabyte hard disk will be available, and that can be used in your system. Next, coming to the sectors. So, usually if I take this particular device, okay, so I told you it is an circular plate, okay, and this circular plate is been divided into number of identifiable parts. So, first one, if I consider this part, it is an sector. Okay. So, each track is divided into pie shaped wedge. Okay. So, what is your sector? It is a pie shaped wedge, where we can able to call it as an sector. Then coming to the cluster, two or more sectors combined together will going to give the cluster. Okay. You can observe here. So, we have here two clusters. Okay. So, it is a one sector, this is a second sector, combinedly we got a cluster. Then coming to the track, we can able to observe the path. Okay. So, this is nothing but it is a track. So, where we can able to store the bit of information, right. So, this is how information will be stored. Next, coming to the optical mass storage device. In case of your optical mass storage device, I will going to make use of your light beam. Okay. So, high density light beam will be used, and this high density light beam will going to store the information in the form of an magnetic charges. So, usually in case of your optical mass storage, so usually we will going to have the read only storage, which is having the lower performance, and application with a higher capacity. Okay. With the application with a higher capacity, and also the where we have the higher importance, we can go with your optical devices. Okay. So, usually optical devices are relatively inexpensive compared to the magnetic material. Okay. So, best example for your optical devices is your CD. So, your CD you can maximum you can able to get it within 10 to 20 rupees. Okay. So, in this case, for example, let me go with your optical devices, that is a compact disk. The capacity is 700 MB compared to your hard disk. Okay. Hard disk we can go up from GB to terabytes, whereas in case of your optical device it is a smaller capacity. Okay. In this case we have your read only compact disk, read recordable compact disk, read write compact disk, And coming to the DVD, again it is an optical device where DVD is nothing but it's a digital video disc. Okay, yeah. So which works on the optical principle. So then let us see regarding your compact disc. So a compact disc, as I told you, it's a flat rounded shape material, so which is having the diameter of 4.75 inch, and your CD can be of different types, read only CD, okay, read write, or it can also be taken as an just ROM, read only memory, like this. So in this case the compact disc, okay, will going to make use of your laser beam technology, as I told you, and this laser beam technology will be will be making the impressions on the tracks, and these tracks will going to hold the information. So your CDs is been used to hold the information regarding your files, okay, music or a text, graphics or a video files, okay. All these things can be stored on your CD drive or a compact disc, okay. Next, coming to the DVD. So DVD is nothing but your digital video disc. So again DVD capacity is of 4 GB, okay. Nowadays it is available on the 4.75 GB, okay. So DVD can be of read only, read write, okay. So where we can able to have the high compact data compared to the CD. Compared to the CD, we can able to have the more information stored on the DVD. So your DVD requires a special laser in order to read the information that is present on the disc, okay. So coming to the last technology, we have your Blu-ray technology. As a name indicates, it is been derived from the blue violet laser, okay, which has been used as an read write head. Especially it has been developed by the Blu-ray Disc Association with more than 180 members. So for the invention of this one, we have they have been collaborated with Dell, Sony, LG and other international standard companies, where they came up with this Blu-ray technology. In case of your Blu-ray technology, we will going to make use of your Blu-rays, as it is been indicated, and this indicates whenever the laser light, okay, falls on a track, okay, it will going to hold the information, okay. So in case how it is been hold, let us analyze this diagram. So for example, if you want to store any information, you can observe here. So there will be an holes which will be available, which is been developed on the Blu-ray disc. So if you pass a Blu-ray, then that indicates storage of an 1 bit of information, and if you pass red, okay, light, then that indicates storage of an 0 bit of information, or vice versa. So based upon the technology they are using, so they can make use of your suitable lights in order to store the information. So this will going to allow the data to be stored on the disk. Usually there will be more than this allows more than twice as small bits as DVD. ಸೊ ನೀವೇನು ಇದು ವೋಲ್ಸ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ ಈ ವೋಲ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಟು ದ DVD ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ವೋಲ್ಸ್ನ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ದ ಮೋರ್ ಬಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಿ formats, we have your Blu-ray, ROM read only, recordable, okay, read write, okay, and read writable. So which can be used for the different storing the different sort of informations, right. So compared to the DVD, your Blu-ray disc range is more, and also the have the high capacity of storage. So coming to the last type, cache memory. So your cache memory is a very high speed memory where we can able to use this memory to access the information at a faster rate. So your cache memory will be nearer to the motherboard. So best example is registers which has been used in the microprocessor, where your cache memory programs will be accessed at a faster rate by your CPU. Okay. So usually cache memory ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, as I told you, it's an volatile one. So where temporary or intermediate results will be stored in the cache memory. So registers ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, intermediate results na store ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Okay. So these are the types of your memories which are used in your system. So you can refer these books, and later on, in case if you have any further information, you can browse through the websites. Okay. So thank you one and all. Thank you.